Spanish farmers are overcoming desertification issues and producing sufficient water in the midst of parched environments. But how exactly? Is the solution revolutionary technology? But how exactly does it work? And what impact might this breakthrough have on reforestation efforts and water sustainability in the future? Join us as we explore the secrets of a little village in the Canary Islands, where an engineer has cleverly duplicated nature's water filtering system to extract liters of water. Spain is having a bit of a rough go of it at the moment, thanks to the ever-looming threat of desertification. You know, the thing where fertile land just turns into desert, like in an apocalyptic movie. Yeah, it's primarily caused by this unrelenting beast we call climate change, and it's putting a staggering 3/4 of Spain's land at risk. The implications are no joke either. Picture fertile landscapes turning into arid deserts, throwing a wrench into agriculture and ecosystems. Unpredictable weather patterns and dwindling topsoil are just adding fuel to the fire. Well, droughts have been a long-standing challenge for Spain, especially on the Iberian Peninsula. However, the impact of these dry spells has intensified due to climate change, resulting in higher temperatures and longer-lasting droughts. This situation has had a significant effect on various sectors of the economy, particularly Spanish agriculture, which heavily relies on water supply. In fact, the Spanish association La Unión de Uniones de Agricultores y Ganaderos reported losses of 1.5 billion euros due to drought-related damages in previous years. Interestingly, a survey conducted by Camira revealed that the Spanish public considers agricultural land to be one of the country's most crucial natural resources, ranking even higher than clean water and air. It highlights the significance of agriculture as a vital pillar of the Spanish economy. In an effort to combat the challenges posed by droughts, the largest and most productive agricultural areas in central Spain and along the coast have resorted to artificial irrigation for many years. However, this approach has often led to the overexploitation of limited groundwater reserves. Unfortunately, some farmers have even turned to illegal means, engaging in the theft of groundwater reserves. As tensions escalate, a conflict becomes inevitable. The question arises: what alternatives exist? And more importantly, what will be the cost associated with implementing these alternatives? Finding sustainable solutions that ensure the viability of Spanish agriculture while addressing the water scarcity issue is a pressing concern. It requires careful consideration and collaboration among stakeholders to navigate the complex challenges ahead. As we wrestle with these tough questions, it's crucial to remember that the struggle is far from abstract. Real lives are deeply affected, and some individuals have been thrust right into the heart of it all. And yet, amidst all the gloom, rays of hope emerge. There are folks out there who aren't simply waiting for the crisis to pass. They're rolling up their sleeves and diving headfirst into the challenges, meeting them with resilience, innovation, and a spirit that's nothing short of inspiring. Spanish farmers, on the front lines of the desertification battle, are such exemplars of grit and perseverance. Now let us introduce you to Alfonso Chico de Guzman. He's a farmer from southeastern Spain, and boy does he have his work cut out for him. His family owns a pretty big 1,000-hectare farm in Murcia, a region where desertification is spreading like wildfire. But Chico de Guzman isn't just sitting around and watching his farm turn into a desert. Nope. He's dusting off ancient farming practices to breathe life back into the soil. And that's not all. He also wants to bring back the abandoned village of La Junquera from its ghost town status. Talk about multitasking. Murcia, where his farm is located, is smack dab in the middle of a climate crisis. A mind-blowing 90% of the land there faces a high to very high risk of turning into a desert. If nothing's done, southern Spain, which we all know as Europe's fruit basket, could end up barren. But don't you worry, Chico de Guzman isn't just sitting on his hands. He's got a plan, and it involves good old regenerative farming practices. He's going all in with organic, introducing things like almond and pistachio trees, grains, veggies, and orchards. But he's not stopping there. He's also carving out swales and putting up sediment traps to manage runoff, collect rainwater, and nab that nutrient-rich topsoil that would otherwise just wash away. Now, these techniques aren't exactly a walk in the park. They need more know-how and time than your usual farming stuff. But guess what? Chico de Guzman's hard work is paying off big time. His organic products are now bringing in a whopping 70% more than the regular ones. How about that? We all know that the journey is anything but smooth. In fact, it's downright rocky. You see, Chico de Guzman's farm is losing soil at a rate that's double the regional average. That's like running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. To top it off, there's been a real nasty drought recently that sucked Murcia's reservoirs dry. And as if that's not enough, there's a decline in biodiversity, contamination issues, overuse of groundwater, and of course, imminent desertification. Get this, Murcia's water reservoirs are barely filled, just 21% of capacity, which pales in comparison to Spain's average of 57.79%. It's like running on a quarter tank when everyone else is over halfway. And to add to this grim picture, the European Commission's Joint Research Center chimes in with a kicker. 45% of European soil, especially in places like Spain, is low in organic matter. Not exactly the news you want to hear if you're hoping for a good crop growth. But don't lose hope yet, because there's another fighter in this ring. Santiago Sanchez Porcel. She's a farmer from the village of Chirival, and she's doing something pretty smart. She's using cover crops beneath her almond trees to keep the soil moist. And guess what? Her sheep graze on these cover crops, giving back to the soil by fertilizing it. Talk about a circular farming approach. Both Chico de Guzman and Sanchez Porcel know they can't do this alone, though. They're calling for local action and a helping hand from the government. And it seems like their call is being heard. In Andalusia, they started offering extra subsidies to encourage sustainable agriculture and a shift to farming methods that are kinder to our planet. But they also realize that it's going to take a whole lot of teamwork and collaboration to really make a difference. Moreover, it's worth mentioning that there's a pyramid of projects out there, each of them striving to tackle the thorny issue of water scarcity in Spain. So why don't we delve into those a little deeper now? Let's take a closer look at a fascinating project happening in Gran Canaria, one of the beautiful Canary Islands. They're tackling two big challenges, drought and desertification. And you won't believe how they're doing it, by using fog collectors to snatch water straight out of the air. Gran Canaria has been struggling with hotter temperatures and less rainfall, leading to dried up dams and a landscape in decline. But Life Nibblers, the project that kicked off 7 years ago, has brought hope to the island. Inspired by how trees filter fog water through their leaves, engineer Ricardo Gil came up with a brilliant idea. He created fog collectors that intercept the fog as it rises from the valleys. These collectors can gather up to 160 liters of water each on a good day. So what do they do with all that fog water? Well, they put it to great use. One major focus is reforestation. The project aims to plant 20,000 laurel trees and other native species to fight against desertification and bring back the island's ecological balance. With the fog water, these new plantations receive the much-needed moisture to flourish even in this harsh environment. But wait, there's more. The collected fog water isn't just for trees. It can also be treated and bottled for drinking. Talk about a valuable resource. Using fog water as a source of potable water helps address the island's water needs, both for irrigation and human consumption. To ensure everything is working smoothly, they've set up a monitoring system. A weather station equipped with sensors measures vital environmental factors like wind speed, temperature, humidity, and rainfall. This data is continuously collected and transmitted wirelessly to an online platform, giving them real-time insights into weather patterns and fog occurrence. And let's not forget about the native plants. The project takes great care in selecting and collecting their seeds. They want to restore the local ecology by choosing the healthiest individuals with strong stems and healthy leaves. This not only benefits the environment, but also contributes to a resilient ecosystem that can withstand the challenging conditions of the region. By collecting fog water and focusing on reforestation, the project in Gran Canaria is making significant strides in combating drought and desertification. It's not just about restoring the land, it's about preserving biodiversity, safeguarding water resources, and adapting to the impacts of climate change. This innovative approach serves as an inspiration to other regions facing similar challenges, showing that with ingenuity and respect for nature, we can revitalize our ecosystems and create a more sustainable future. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you found the video as innovative as we did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss our future updates to find sustainable solutions and ideas.